All right, so I'm here with Jonathan Paz. He's a student at Mansfield High School. He has recently embarked on an opportunity to lower the dropout rate in Massachusetts. So, John, could you tell me a little bit more about your project?
Well, it's an effort through the State Advisory Council to really make a difference across the state. We're thinking, we're trying to create this presentation where we go across the state and give these presentations to middle schoolers who may not necessarily have the best idea about what they want to do in high school. You know, we're really trying to get them to see what they want to do in the future and really tell them what it takes. And the answer to that is that it takes an education.
So, who has been involved in this so far?
We've received help from all sorts of people with different backgrounds. We've had help from, of course, state delegates who have put down a lot of commitment to make sure that this project becomes a success. We've had members of the Department of Education, besides our advisors, who've been doing great. We've had actually Nal Fuentes and Jenny, and they both work with a committee of dropout prevention and recovery. So they're like our go-to people whenever we need like information. We've had people who aren't even involved in the State Advisory Council, like actually the kid who actually helps us out with the videos. His name is Tom Brady. He's been helping us with a lot of the videos. But yeah, we've had regional members who are kind of subgroups below the state council that work with their own high schools. We've had members from there. They've actually conducted a few interviews. They helped out with a few brainstorm sessions and brought up ideas to help the project become better.
So, what progress has been made so far?
What we did was we split the council into 3 groups. Members got to choose what committee we call it committee. Members got to choose what committee they wanted to go to. We had the presentation development, which consisted of creating the presentation itself, the dialogue, the script, and then you had the speakers who were actually going to present this, and then you had your media and public relations. So members got to choose what group they wanted to join, and what we needed to do first was we needed to create a timeline. So we set certain dates where we wanted to get certain tasks accomplished before we even moved on forward with that. Looking into maybe November, into the months of maybe November, December, we've really had a really good outcome for members across the state. For example, the media relations group has researched the problem across the dropout rate across the state. They looked into middle schools with lower graduation rates, high schools with lower graduation rates, and the middle schools that go into those high schools.
To see what students are fed into those high schools?
Yep, and we're thinking about, with them, we looked into different media resources that we may tap into once we really want to start the campaign. With the presentation development, what we've done is we've created the outline of how the presentation is going to look like. We're using Prezi software, which actually follows, as the speakers talk, there's a visual representation of what we're talking about. So if we're saying something like 60% of people that are in jail are dropouts, you can have an illustration of that.
So it's a little bit like PowerPoint on steroids, if you will?
Yeah, something like that. But it moves along with it, and we have certain videos within, and they've been working really hard on getting the videos done. We've come up with this idea where we explore the lives of 2 people. One of them drops out of school, one of them doesn't, and one of them the boy who does drop out of school, his name is Kevin. The boy who doesn't, his name is Joe. And we see their lives progress from middle school, go all the way to college, and then we see past that. And it's a bit of a parallel. You see the disparity between the work ethics, and you get to kind of see how they progress along their lives.
So how exactly do you show their progression? Is it like an interactive presentation?
Oh, it's definitely interactive. You actually have the speakers talking to the video, and the video talks back. Yeah, that's one of the neat ideas we came up with. In terms of the speakers, they've interviewed people who dropped out. So then we have a video. We saved it till the end. It's a video that shows. It's a very powerful video where you see people who've actually dropped out. You see the real consequences. This is not statistics. This is not writing. This is a person, their real life, their real story.
So, what have you learned so far from this experience?
I learned to delegate responsibilities to people, kind of give them individual tasks that they can handle. They don't really need to be in a meeting to do. And you know, it's been fun. I can't complain. I've had a great group of people who've really sat down and were committed to this.
You almost said friends.
They're my friends. They're my friends, of course. But it's been challenging, but it's been
Rewarding, would you say?
Yeah, you took the word right out of my mouth.
Nice. Well, that sounds great. I look forward to seeing your final project.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, and take care.